binge watching Falcon TV. Falcons provide for the community, and cross country goes the distance. Live from the media studio here at beautiful Valley High School, this is Falcon Flash.
Ladies, you guys got your makeup?
All right. Good morning, students and staff. We've got a studio full of guests here today. Today is Tuesday, November 13th, and as we start the week a day later than usual, we still start with our normal patriotic observance. So please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
The flag is right there.
Place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Please be seated. All right, let's get right into today's picture of the day. This was taken on Sunday night after the High School Inc. event at the Heritage Museum, where culinary arts students did a great job catering for all our guests. And now, I think he's got more about this, our weekly message with Dr. Gleasia. So, Dr. Gleasia?
Yes, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I truly hope you had a wonderful 3-day weekend and you're ready for this week's work. First of all, I would like to give a special thank you to all staff members and students who helped organize the Harvest of Gratitude dinner on Sunday evening. Our culinary arts students, under the direction of Chef Tiffany, cooked this delicious meal that was to die for. Thank you to the jazz band under the direction of Mr. Joaquin Hernandez, who played endlessly and kept us entertained the entire time. Thank you to High School Inc. for your support and opportunities you give our students. This Wednesday, November the 14th, we have our Student Congress meeting at 7 in the morning in the library. That is correct, at 7 in the morning. This meeting is for 2 student representatives from each second period class. Teachers, if you have not selected your 2 student representatives, please do so and remind them about our next meeting for November the 14th, at 7 in the morning. I will bring morning treats to our Student Congress meeting. And finally, I would like to wish all staff and students a happy Thanksgiving, and may you enjoy the time off with your family and friends. We all have worked a lot and deserve a nice break. With that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, and let's have another wonderful week of learning and fun.
Thank you, Mr. Galicia. Good morning, Falcons. Here's today's Falcon Flash. We are on a special bell schedule today for our classes that we care in assembly. Tune in to our broadcast immediately following the Falcon Flash today. For teachers, there is an email this morning with the directions for the card activity following the assembly. For students, there is a form in your Falcon Flash classroom where you can submit questions during the presentation that may be answered by our live panel at the end. Hope Alive Bible Club meets today in 10-1 at lunch. All are welcome. Pizza will be provided.
All right, Cal State Dominguez Hills will be on campus today, November 13th at lunch in the Higher Ed and Counseling Center. That's room 8-3. This campus is within driving distance and has some terrific programs in business, STEM, including computer science and computer technology, kinesiology, human services, digital media arts, music, military service, political science, and quality assurance. I got a lot of programs over there. See Ms. Gibbs at break for a frontline pass, or just grab your lunch quickly and head over to 8-3. And seniors, the college application deadline is quickly approaching, especially since next week is our Thanksgiving break, all week long. Not to worry though, we have a few more late night opportunities for you. The computer lab will be open this week after school until about 5:30 p.m. Also on Friday, November 16th, Ms. Gibbs will be hosting a Coffee and College Apps open lab from 10 to 2 in the 8-3 computer lab for all interested students. Are you planning on going to Camelot the night before? That's what the coffee is for. All right, this past Saturday, Valley's Key Club joined thousands of other Key Club members and officers from our California, Nevada, Hawaii district at our annual Fall Rally South event at Six Flags Magic Mountain. Key Clubs gathered together in their designated divisions to fundraise for Kiwanis Pediatric Trauma Program and battle each other in spirit battles for the Spirit Stick. Valley is part of Division 4 North, the Otters, who serve like no otter. Together as a division, we helped raise $5,000 for the pediatric trauma program. The work doesn't stop there, however. After a long day at Six Flags, our Valley Key Club woke up bright and early the next morning to continue serving our community. On Sunday morning, we volunteered with #LunchBagOC to help make 767 lunches to help the homeless in Santa Ana and other communities around Orange County. If you'd like to be part of an internationally recognized organization and make a positive impact on our community through service and volunteer, as well as learn leadership skills, please join us at our meetings held every Tuesday during lunch in room 110. We have very exciting events coming up. And a big congratulations to the boys cross-country team, who on Friday competed at CIF prelims in Riverside. As a team, they finished in 9th place in their heat, so they advanced to CIF finals this Saturday and will compete against the top teams in Southern California. Good luck, Falcons. And we'd also like to congratulate our girls cross-country team for another successful season. On Friday, they competed at CIF prelims, and even though they came up just short of advancing to the finals, they ran a hard race and represented their school well. So great job, Lady Falcons, and we're looking forward to the track season. We have a special reminder to all students that we have all students. It's like I don't have cue cards or like a teleprompter or something. I should get these words right. Well, now they've scrolled up so far that I'll just make it up. Okay?
All right.
So, hey, congratulations, everybody. Reminder that this Friday we have no school. This is the Friday off that we had rescheduled from September. Remember that one? And now it helps give you a longer Thanksgiving break. So we didn't like it back in September, but 2 thumbs up for November break. That's a good thing. However, before you go away, you still have a chance to have fun with your Falcon friends at Camelot on Thursday night. For a $10 deposit, we will take you there from 7 to 11 p.m. We'll feed you pizza, we'll loan you a golf club, a race car, 2 forms of bumper transportation, that's cars and boats. We'll give you a card for unlimited arcade play and equip you with laser tag equipment for 4 whole hours of fun. The remainder of the $45 ticket does not need to be paid off by this Thursday and can be paid off whenever it's convenient for you. Get your ticket today in ASB at break, lunch, or after school. And for those of you who have purchased, make sure you stop by ASB to get your permission slip. And now stay tuned for Falcon TV for our special We Care broadcast. And that's it for today's Falcon Flash. And remember, Falcon Fever, catch it.
Hello, Falcons. This is the Valley Counseling Team.
Good morning, Falcons. I just wanted to let you know that, as mentioned earlier, we are going to watch a special presentation on We Care today. For some of you, I want to let you know that this is a sensitive topic and it might trigger some feelings or some thoughts while you are watching the video and the remaining presentation. If you feel like you need some additional support or assistance, please talk to your teacher, and you can come to the counseling office, talk to your counselor or to one of us mental health clinicians on campus. But please make sure that you do speak up and we will be able to provide you the support that you need.
And I'm Mrs. Perez.
I'm Mr. Padilla.
I'm Mr. Lulo.
Mr. Guillen.
Ms. Garcia, please. Today we will be discussing the difficult topic of death by suicide. While we discuss the topic, it is important to remember, while this may not pertain to you, you need to remain respectful and mindful of your peers and who may be struggling. Among the topics today, we will be discussing the warning signs, risk factors, and where and what you can do to get help and help those around you.
What leads to death by suicide? There's no single cause for death by suicide. Death by suicide most often occurs when stressors and health issues converge to create an experience of hopelessness and despair. Depression is the most common condition associated with death by suicide, and it is often undiagnosed or untreated. Conditions like depression, anxiety, and substance problems, especially when unaddressed, increase the risk for death by suicide. Yet, it's important to note that most people who actively manage their mental health conditions go on to engage in life.
Suicide statistics. Suicide is the 10th leading cause of death in the U.S. Each year, 44,965 Americans die by suicide. For every death by suicide, 25 attempt. On average, there are 123 deaths by suicide per day.
Death by suicide warning signs. Something to look out for when concerned that a person may be suicidal is a change in behavior or the presence of entirely new behaviors. This is one of the most obvious concerns if the new or changed behavior is related to a painful event, loss, or change. Most people who take their lives exhibit one or more warning signs, either through what they say or what they do. If a person talks about killing themselves, feeling hopeless, having no reason to live, being a burden to others, feeling trapped, or unbearable pain.
Warning signs in behavior. Behaviors that may signal risk, especially if related to a painful event, loss, or change, such as increased use of alcohol or drugs, looking for a way to end their lives, such as searching online for methods, withdrawing from activities, isolating from family and friends, sleeping too much or too little, visiting or calling people to say goodbye, giving away prized possessions, aggression, or fatigue.
Warning signs in mood. People who are considering death by suicide often display one or more of the following moods: depression, anxiety, losses of interest, irritability, humiliation, shame, agitation, anger, relief, sudden improvement.
Death by suicide risk factors. Risk factors are characteristics or conditions that increase the chance that a person may try to take their life. Health factors include the following: mental health conditions such as depression, substance use problems, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, personality traits of aggression, mood changes, and poor relationships, conduct disorder, and anxiety disorders, serious physical health conditions, and traumatic brain injuries.
Historical risk factors. Previous suicide attempts, family history of suicide, childhood abuse, neglect, or trauma.
Fellow students in our district created a video to show all of you how much you mean to us and that there are people able to help you or a friend when you may need it.
He's 14 years old and he had a sign of depression.
It all kind of started when my mom died. That's when she started opening up to me that she was cutting herself.
I started to hurt myself. I would cut myself.
And he tried to commit suicide himself.
And that she just didn't know she wanted to live anymore.
I've been on the low, I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind. It feel like my life ain't mine. Who can relate? Woo!
I think he doesn't want people to know about what he's struggling or what's going on with his life.
I couldn't fathom how a person could be so okay at school and hold that in.
Others would just tell me, you're fine, you're going to be okay. I just actually really needed some help.
If my friends didn't tell my counselor, I would beat them.
You don't have to do it alone.
It's never too late to ask for help.
No judgment, no criticism, just an open space for you to be able to talk about whatever is going on.
Deep down, can't show it. Never had a place to call my own. Never had a home. Ain't nobody calling my phone. Where you been? Where you got? What's on your mind? They say every life precious, but nobody care about mine. I've been on the low, I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind. You feel like my life ain't mine. You can relate. Woo! I've been on the low, I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind. You feel like my life ain't mine. I want you to be alive. I want you to be alive. You don't wanna die today.
Hi, I'm Nate Assist, and I'm here to help. Come find us.
instead of them harming themselves, they could talk to their parents, a counselor.
Talk to your friends, talk to your teachers.
It'll help you more than you think it will.
I see you. I see you each day that you're in my class.
We all care about you. That's why we do this.
We're not just here to enforce rules and laws. We actually are here to care. We're compassionate people. So don't be scared to contact one of our police officers.
We have a really awesome community on campus, and if you ever need help, please ask.
And know that there is a rainbow at the end of the storm.
What's the day without a little light? I wish I should have lived life. It can be hard. It can be so hard.
Don't just keep it in and explode. I want you guys to ask help, okay? That's the only thing I want you guys to do. Ask for help.
It makes me really happy to know that she's okay. So many people who are rooting for you and your success.
We care. Get help. We care.
SAUSD cares.
Chúng tôi quan tâm.
Nos importa tus ayuda. Full nurses care. Get help. You're worth it.
Teachers care.
Get help.
I care. Get help.
I care.
Get help.
Everybody cares.
Get help.
I care, get help, okay? Like now, please.
We care. Get help. 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 Pain don't hurt the same, I know. Pain I travel feels alone. I'm moving till my legs give out. I see my tears melt in the snow. I don't want to cry.
This video, it really made me feel that there is a lot of support in our community, that there's everyone here in our district, in our schools, like they care about us, our teachers, at the people at the Santa Ana Unified School District, counselors.
Depression isn't as rare as people think. Everyone suffers. It's actually going up, and not many people actually get the support they need. They never get the help, and they cause harm to themselves.
It made me feel like good because I would see the examples of like what people have like gone through or could go through, and that way like I'll be in the need or any other staff to help that student that's going through tough and rough times.
The video made me aware of what's going on and that I should pay attention to small things that my friends might say, because no matter how small it is, it might be really important to them, and I should really pay attention more to what's going on with my friends' lives.
To me, being depressed feels like you don't have purpose in life anymore. You don't feel like waking up in the morning. You don't feel like doing anything.
For me, I personally never felt depressed. I usually just feel like down, away, and I always use my friends around me to help me bring myself up, and family members.
To feel depressed is like something consuming you, loneliness, feeling that you don't have no one in life, but it's not like that actually, because you have people that love you and will be there to help you.
If my friend is depressed, I would want to like talk to them, know like what's wrong with them, how I can help them, and make sure they get better.
I would go up to her and tell her that if she's okay or what is wrong, or if I could find her some help.
If my friend was depressed, I would obviously reach out to him, let him know the consequences, let him know where he could find help. There's help all around him. He just needs to reach out. The help won't go to him.
I think you can just talk to them, be by their side, and make sure they're not alone, and that there's other reasons, like there's other sources to help them, and just try to be there and talk to them.
If my friend was depressed, I would ask them what's wrong, try to help them cope with their stress. Use laughter. It's always the best way to heal my friends. and just overall be positive and tell us there's always help out there.
I would tell him to hang out, and I would tell him to get help by a counselor or any teacher or any coach, or get help from her parents or his friends.
If my friend is ever depressed, I know that I could provide my support, be able to I'll be able to tell them I'm here for you. If you ever need any help, come talk to me. If I know they're feeling down, I could take them out to eat or bring them something just to make them feel a little better.
My coach Ortiz, she's always been there for me whenever I ever had a problem, and also the teachers here. I have people around my corner, especially my counselor Delulu. She's helped me through a lot of struggles that I've had, and even Miss Gibbs, that she's a higher ed coordinator, she's helped me as well.
Teachers can help you, coaches, counselors from your school can help you. I personally went through depression right after my birthday, and my school counselor helped me, and it was really helpful. So don't be afraid to ask for help, and it's really helpful.
What you can do. Reach out. If you or someone you care about is struggling, reach out. You just might be saving a life. Ask. Often we are afraid to ask straight out, but talking openly helps. Listen. Just be there. If you think your friend is in immediate danger, stay with them and get help. Tell. Even if sworn to secrecy, there is no betrayal on getting help. It is the safest option. You can also report anonymously.
Who can you talk to? All school staff are here for you. Talk to teachers, school counselors, school psychologists, school liaisons, and school therapists, after school staff and school nurses, principals and assistant principals, friends, parents, church, and hotlines.
And remember, Falcons, we care!
Falcons, we will now begin our Q&A session. Please submit any questions you have through your Google Classroom. The first question is, do the symptoms of depression need special treatments?
I wouldn't necessarily say that they need special treatment. I think that any kind of mental health assistance would be helpful for someone who is battling depression. One of the important things that we can also do is educate the people around them on what depression looks like, what the symptoms look like, and how they can also be supportive of this individual.
So the next question, how can we help?
So if you know somebody who is feeling suicidal or has expressed, they feel hopeless or they don't feel like life is worth living, it's important for you to be supportive and listen to them and take them seriously. It's also important for you to encourage them to speak to an adult that they trust, whether that's a parent, a school counselor, a teacher, a therapist, or another adult on campus.
A lot of students just don't feel comfortable talking to a counselor or other individuals that they don't see often. How can their friends help?
So talk to anyone that you trust. That may be another older adult, that might be a family member, that might be a friend. It might be your trusted teacher. It might be a teacher that you had a really good bond with in elementary school. It might not be someone here on this campus, and that's okay. The important thing is to reach out to someone that you trust. We all are here. We all care about you, but it's okay. You don't have to talk to someone that is here in our counseling office if that's not who you feel comfortable opening up to. The important thing is to reach out to someone, anyone, because they can help connect you with the resources that will possibly save your life or save a friend's life.
Okay, so the next question we got is, if you get your heart broken, what could you do so you could make yourself feel better?
I think it's really important to remember your value and your worth, and know that you matter, and also to be able to reach out and talk to somebody about what you're feeling, what you're dealing with, what you're going through. Understand that some of the things that you may be experiencing are completely normal in a process like that. You may feel sad, you may feel like your appetite's gone away, like you can't sleep. And again, those are all normal parts of that process. But if you feel like this is going on for longer than you would consider normal or what you think is normal, then please reach out and seek help, again, from anyone here in the counseling center or a trusted adult.
Next question. How can you help someone who is suicidal that doesn't want any help?
It's important to be supportive and listen to them, but it's also important to encourage them to reach out for help. You can give them resources. You can let them know who they can talk to. You can even let them know that they can talk to you. It's up to them, what they decide to do. But as long as you show that you are there, willing to listen, willing to give them the help that they need, that's important. If you also really are worried about them, maybe talk to their parents. It might be important to let an adult in their life know so that they can help them in case there is something very serious going on.
Okay, so the next one is, how can we help someone who has depression?
So there are many ways to help someone who has depression, but if this question means that you're considering your friend has depression and you want to help your friend, you just want to be there for them. You want to be supportive. They're probably going to have some good days, some bad days. You just want to be there as an approachable friend in their life, as a trusted friend in their life. You want to make sure that you're respecting their privacy. So if they share confidential, sensitive information with you, you want to be a good friend to them and keep their information private, unless they are discussing that they might want to hurt themselves or hurt someone else, or that they cut themselves. That is not something that you want to keep private. You definitely want to reach out to an adult with that information so that we could further support your friend.
Next question. How do we know what teacher to talk to?
I think it's important to understand that you can talk to any teacher on campus that you feel safe with or that you feel comfortable talking to. I know that it can be very intimidating. I notice that a lot of these questions is, about lack of trust, and that makes 100% sense, okay? It's really hard to open up to somebody that you barely met about some of the deepest things that you're struggling with, but understand that we're here to listen without judgment, without any kind of, criticism. We just want to make sure that you feel supported and that you know that you are supported. So again, as most of us have said here, reach out to somebody that you feel comfortable talking to. It doesn't even have to be your specific teacher. It doesn't have to be anyone on campus, but just make sure that you are reaching out to somebody.
Okay, what if there's no one I can really talk to?
So if you don't feel like you can go to anybody in person, on your cards that you received, there are some numbers that you can call. There are some hotlines that are available 24/7. You can talk to somebody, or you can also text with somebody. And you can let them know how you're feeling, what's going on, and they can give you support, and they can give you ideas of things you can do to help yourself feel better.
And our last question. What do you do if you have gotten help, but it really doesn't change anything?
I would say if you don't feel anything has changed, then maybe you haven't received enough help. There might be a different type of help you need. A lot of times treatment can be therapy. It can also be medication. And so maybe you're receiving one type of help, but not the other. And maybe at this point in your life, you need a little bit more treatment. So that could mean more therapy, or that could mean some or more medication, or a different kind of medication. And it doesn't mean you will need it forever. But if you feel that your depression symptoms are not getting better, then tell someone, tell a doctor, tell a parent, tell anyone here on campus, so that we can make sure if you are getting some treatment, but maybe not enough treatment, that we get you connected with the support you need. And like we said, it might not be for the rest of your life, but you need to pay attention to what you need in this moment to keep yourself safe.
This concludes our Q&A session. Teachers, please begin the We Care card activity with your classroom.